Hello viewers and welcome to KID-AFAN Salone Discoveries. Me, na Asana Tolabelsila. Today, within a Banjama community inside Songotong, outside Culture Radio 104.5 FM, they do the launching of the alternative charcoal production factory. Stay with me as we discover this together. Now, make we can listen. Waiting the CEO of Culture Radio 104.5 FM when Mohamed Elijah Gegra get for sake of the launching of the charcoal alternative production factory today. How it get for sustain this new baby where it don't born so, and how people and get for able for benefit for sake of this initiative here so where it don't go into. We happen for then this community outside Culture Radio they launch the waste to wealth charcoal, alternative charcoal. So quickly tell me your name and waiting be move you for take this bold step.
Mina Father Elijah Mohamed Issa Gegra, Mina the CEO Culture Radio Waste to Wealth. This project na alternative charcoal production we call waste to wealth na Songo Jagbama. We they use biomass like palm kernel shell, we then call banga shell, coconut shell, sawdust, etc., and anything agricultural waste for produce charcoal. The motivation behind this, now for we stop for cut down thick them, because this thick them they cut don't make the forest not depleted, they don't become largely deforested. We'll get any weather disaster, catastrophe, you know they see the effect them out and the calamity we can go through year in, year out, whether not rainy season or not, whether not mudslide or not flooding.
Another concern be raised again, say more women for be included in this project, because when you talk about cook na woman we can see inside it. So how Culture Radio intend for include more women them inside this project, or if you already get women inside this project, what is the percentage they look at?
Well, already women are into this project, because to begin with, before we do this project, before we purchase the machine then build this factory, we train the women them first. We train over 100 women them for produce this alternative charcoal. So the intention is that then women who don't train how for produce, some of them will get for be part of the one that will get for trade, sell the charcoal also outside. So would always make use of women, otherwise will not be for training in the first place.
Okay, lastly, now the way we get for do with the market strategy. Another concern again be raised, say how far Culture Radio get for go with the marketing system. We look at Mano River Union and also West Africa. So waiting at the move of Culture Radio when it comes to the marketing system.
Well, everything is available. As long as there will be a market locally, we're ready for supply the local demand, for meet the local demand. If we're able to target outside also, we're looking for that also, because we want to grow and expand.
So how people go reach you now for get in contact with you if they want for they go into partnership or want for sell this charcoal lesson?
Contact will be available, telephone and address, but at the same time, we'll get outlets them where people are able to get rich access with products.
The launching of the waste to wealth. As in the introduction, he mentioned that one of the key stakeholder in the energy development, and we are looking at energy for cooking. For far too long, when we are talking about access to energy, we look at the off-grid and grid aspect of it. Most of the times we fail to mention about the energy for cooking, and if we are all here today, it's because of energy for cooking, because we all eat, isn't it? And if we are eating on a daily basis, the source that we have this energy from is what we call energy for cooking. And looking at the sector, this sector is a bit going fast, because when we were putting together concept and other research work on the access to energy, we noticed that 4, 5 to 10 years back, there was not much been said about energy for cooking. But today we are here to see the testimony of the work that all of us present here has been doing, either from the aspect from the government, private sector, donor support, and other stakeholders in the industry. And today is a day as a living testimony to see that this small industry that we have been promoting, we have been advocating for, we have been seeing evidence of the work.
The Waste to Wealth project, the alternate in 2018 during the Corona period. It was a huge task for the CEO of Culture Radio, Father Elijah, and the entire management of Culture Radio. We initiated the idea, and the reason behind it, one, is to respond to the issue of deforestation, climate change. Secondly, to create employment. We have a lot of issues around employment. And of course, the issue of charcoal burning in Sierra Leone is one of the major factors as far as climate change, deforestation is concerned. And as a radio station, many of you know that as a radio station we like talking, we like advocating, but we want to do something practical as we have done so far. So the reason behind the Waste to Wealth project and the alternative charcoal one is to respond to the climate change issue, to create employment, and also to ensure we have a safe environment. So I want to say a very big thank you to Culture Radio, especially the CEO, Father Elijah.
Another equally important event, and so have asked me to make a statement on behalf of the ministry. I want to start by saying that the Ministry of Trade and Industry is very supportive of the investment proposal of Waste to Wealth program or project in this country, simply because it complements government efforts to promote private sector and entrepreneurship initiatives, as well as growth of industries in the country. For whatever way we look at it, this is an industrial operation. However, while we look forward to the factory or the model of the factory, promoting industrialization at a rural level, creating jobs for rural communities, hence providing their livelihoods, providing a clean energy as domestic source of energy, and also supplementing charcoal produced from local sources. We also are of the view that the source of your raw material, precisely waste from various sources, helps to reduce deforestation, as Madam mentioned, mitigate climate change, and increase carbon fixation within the community where the operation takes place. Also helps to clean the environment by reducing emission of cancer-causing gases like carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, etc. However, our concern as a ministry and as a government is whether the factory will have the capacity to produce enough to satisfy the domestic market and hence expand to export market.
I'm grateful to God for bringing us up to speed on this milestone. Certainly, I've been involved in this project as consultant from the inception on to where we are today. Biomass charcoal or green charcoal, as we all see today, is a product of hard work owing to the courage and dedication by the CEO, Brother Elijah, and others. Using regenerative forest waste to produce biomass will not only help with import substitute of fossil fuel, I mean the cooking gas that we are bringing from abroad, it will help also to reduce the outflow of foreign currency. It will also create income opportunities for the poor and the disadvantaged. The source of energy has minimal impact on the environment.
I'm also happy to see so many of the new generation who can hopefully learn from the mistakes of our generation and do a better job than us in terms of energy. So I would like to congratulate the Cultural Radio and the Waste to Energy factory on this success of establishing this factory. Having been in the sector and having worked on establishing charcoal factories and briquette factories in the past, I know how challenging that is. And there's still a lot of work to be done on the technical side and also on the business side. We as the ENDAF program of GIZ, of the German Development Corporation, we are supporting the private sector in Sierra Leone and also in other countries on helping the private sector to have like sustainable business in the renewable energy sector. With that we are focusing on solar energy but also on cooking energy, which I personally find a very important topic because, as Aisha already said, we don't have an option, we have to eat, so we have to cook. And better access to cooking energy will not only help like to reduce the burden of those who are cooking and those who are collecting firewood until now, unfortunately, mainly children and women.
Our department will be titled Ministry of Forestry, but for now, we are a department in the Ministry of the Environment and Climate Change. Thank you very much for referencing us and giving us the opportunity to stand here, Culture Radio, to give the keynote address in this all but very important occasion. I will start by first conveying the greetings from the Director of Forestry, who is not here today because of other important state issues, but she asked me personally to extend her thanks and appreciation to Culture Radio. One, for recognizing her department and then also the ministry. Secondly, for taking the bold step in actualizing such an initiative. She also asked me to ask everyone present here to stand for less than a minute to just appreciate Culture Radio for this undertaking. Shall we all just have a minute? We can do that with some few claps if we so like. Thank you Culture Radio, thank you very much. I will start again by asking few questions to us all here. How many of us here are using electric stove in our home or electric cooking device? How many of us? Please, let's be sincere. How many of us? Okay, maybe not. How many of us also are using LPGs or gas? Few, okay, including myself. I think 6 or 7 of us. How many of us are using fuel wood from our various farm or any source around? How many? I know we do have. How many of us also are using the coal for cooking?
youth, especially those in the community, so that the thing continues and becomes a successful project. That's my wish.
Thank you very much. I believe the God we serve had you. That your wish is that this place becomes successful. And that's why I asked you to make a wish. Because there is a saying that there is life in our tongue. Senior, can you please join me?
Thank you.
Yes. On behalf of the government of Sierra Leone, through the line ministries that are here, energy is here. Energy is a key sector. I was expecting agriculture also to be here because agriculture is key. Most of the sources, someone says resources you're using to produce this are from agriculture. And agriculture, this nexus you're talking about, they're having this with the charcoal sector. So I was expecting them to be here. On behalf again of the government of Sierra Leone, the various ministries here, it is a pleasure and honor to officially launch this great facility to not just the nation, but especially the community where it is. We officially launch this facility by the grace of God.
Amen. All right, that's now what we don't hear from various speakers them for sake of this great move where Culture Radio 104.5 FM don't take today inside the Majabama village inside Songotong. KID-AFAN Salone Discoveries go continue for walk around different communities, different areas for find out what people and they do. Now they own small community for ensure say we develop Mama Salone go before. Plenty thank you to you. We don't take you time for watch and listen to we. Plenty thank you to we cameraman when a Sky, and plenty thank you also to we executive producer when a Dr. Aisatu Kakejalo. Me we make this program reach you today. Me na Asana Tulabelsila. So we go meet up back for another Salone Discoveries. Na so I go on for say tata.